Hey, Matthew here from fiberglasssupply.com. In the last video, we took a butcher block countertop like this. We cut a bunch of hexes into it and we filled it with resin. In this video, we're going to deck each side flat so they're parallel. And on the bottom side, we're going to reveal that hex pattern. And then we're going to come around with the router and do a perimeter trim so that we get epoxy showing at the edge. After we're done with that, we're going to put some finish on the table and mount it up and turn it into a desk. So enjoy the video and get a hold of us if you got any questions. Thanks. So the epoxy's cured and we have our tabletop here upside down on the CNC machine. We're checking it with the level or the straight edge and we realize we have some bow. So we're going to plane that off first. Safety first! Alright, here we go. We're going to plane this off and reveal the magic. So take a look at that, looking really good as we go across there. Revealing our hex pattern, looks super sweet. We're getting a nice finish. We are running relatively slower than we normally would if we were roughing something out. We are running slower because we don't want to chip the epoxy by going too fast, and we don't want to pull out any big chunks of wood. We're doing relatively shallow passes, in part because we're just trying to work down to where we're flat on the epoxy, and we want to maintain as much thickness in this countertop or tabletop as we can. So you know, we're going down about 1 millimeter each time, maybe a little more. Then we're checking it and seeing how much more we need to go. But looking really good. So we'll get this off of the machine here. So this first step is to plane each side. Now that we've got it off the machine, wow, we're putting a light behind it and this thing is looking pretty spectacular. The next thing we've got to do is we want the epoxy to come all the way to the edge. So we're going to go around and we're going to trim the edge. In this case, we're using a 3/4 inch end mill. And again, we are going slow and we're going shallow. We don't want to pull off too much wood and we don't want to chip anything out of there. And so we're slowly going to work that around, and also we want to maintain as much width as possible. So we're slowly going to work that around until we've exposed those edges, and look at that thing. This is looking really good. So pull that up, throw a light behind it again, and check it out. The next step is going to be to sand it. We're going to do a couple of things. One, we want to sand it up to 220, and kind of the grit we start at depends on how rough the surface is coming off the machine. Usually we're going to start with 80, go 80, 120, 220. The other thing we want to do, because we're not bullnosing or rounding off any of the edges, we do want to break the edges and corners, so just slightly sand those so they're not super sharp anymore. Here's one of our guys sanding it out using the Festool 6-inch sander, and we tend to use a Cling Spore product, which is a sanding mesh. The reason I like the mesh is they don't clog. So we've got a coat of Duratec Sunshield on here, and you can see the grain pops out, and this is looking really good. Unfortunately, we didn't video spraying it, but we sprayed it with Duratec Sunshield, and on the bottom we just sealed it up. The top we actually sprayed, I think, 4 coats on it and got it nice and thick. And here's the desk in use. We've got it mounted to a steel frame and it's in our office, and here's Jason working away at it. So thanks for watching this video, and we'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for watching the video. We're going to do some more tables and change up what we do with the resin, maybe put some pigment in it or change the design. But I do need to build at least one more of these for my other office person. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you like the channel, please hit subscribe. Thank you.